his car won't start. She hits the horn. Beep, beep. And so he's trying to start the car, and finally he had enough of it. He opened the car door, took his keys out. He walked back there and knocked on the window of the woman. She rolled the window down. He handed her his keys. He says, "Would you like to go up there and try to start it? I'll sit back here and blow the horn a while. Would you like to do that?" Hey, can you get that video ready? Let's get that video ready. How many has ever heard of Corrie ten Boom? You've heard of Corrie ten Boom? She had a nephew. His name was Peter Van Wooten. And as courageous as Corrie ten Boom was, her nephew was just as courageous. During the Nazi concentration camps, he used to take Jewish children and used to get them out of the country and into safety and protect them. And one day he, like Corrie ten Boom, was caught doing what he was doing. He also was put in prison and survived prison. And the reason I'm telling this story is many times what we do comes back around. What you sow, you do reap. It may not be as specific as happens to Peter Van Wooten, but what you sow, you reap. And one day after his release and the Nazi downfall, he went to Israel and began to have a singing group and go across Israel witnessing. And as he grew in age, during the years, centuries later, one time he was traveling through Israel. He had a massive heart attack. And he was taken to Hadassah, Hadassah Hospital in Jerusalem. And there, one of the cardiologists, a magnificent doctor, operated on him, brought him through, saved him miraculously. And as he's recuperating in the room, one day the doctor makes his rounds and comes back and sees him. And says, "Who are you?" Talking about him. And he said, "I'm Peter Van Wooten." He said, "I used to," and he tells a little bit about his life. He said, my aunt is Corrie ten Boom. "Oh yeah, I've heard Corrie ten." "Yeah, and I also worked, and I used to smuggle Jewish children out and get them into Israel and save them." He said when he said that, he said the doctor, the cardiologist, began to weep and cry. And he says, "I just put two and two." He said, "I was one of the kids you saved in your life." And many times, a lot of times, what you do when you show love, you don't realize it. What you sow, you reap. Watch this little video by this Jewish guy. I think you'll enjoy it.